for volunteers, if that person really does get angry or mad, it's that person's own fault for expecting so much from other people and not being able to accept the word no, which brings us to this expert's Hendrickson's tips, where she says, just keep repeating, use the broken record technique. Just keep repeating, no, I can't do this, or I'm happy to help with what I offered, but that's all I can do for you right now. And that leads to one more pointer that I have learned. Be careful of I'm sorry, because I just said, no, I can't do this, could be your response. A lot of people put in, well, look, I'm sorry, but I can't do this. And as soon as you say you're sorry, a lot of times that gets you hit over the head, apparently. Because then they'll say, well, if you're sorry, then it's certainly a reason why you should help us. Why should you be feeling sorry and feeling guilty or whatever? So you have to be careful of how you turn down a volunteer project, okay? If you are the leader, very quickly a reminder, be passionate, of course, about what you're getting done and the group that you're helping, but don't get crazy about it. It's wonderful when you truly believe in a cause, and of course I'm not aiming at causes that hurt anyone, but don't denigrate people who don't show themselves as totally passionate as you are. Even if they just want to help with lunch once a month or something. Just be thankful and grateful. Don't forget marketing. This sounds like a terrible thing because you're volunteering and you're doing it to be a good person. You're not automatically going in to get glory. And you shouldn't be. You should not be aiming at getting good public relations. Oh, look at the XYZ group. It's just brought in a new community relations manager so we can help our area around us with all sorts of fundraising or whatever. Don't choose a charity just for, oh, I should go to Habitat for Humanity because everybody knows them and I'll get myself on the local news or whatever. No, your main words when you go to help a charity or you go to volunteer, because it doesn't have to be a charity, it can be a school or something, but any place you're going to help, the words you gotta believe, which was an old saying of the New York Mets as they were trying to move forward. You gotta believe. Choose a charity you truly believe in, or nothing is really going to work well. So, we need to be winding down from this week's Partners in Health and Biz. I trust you enjoyed and you learned and you benefited from insights on why to start volunteering and how to get moving. Because remember, and I'm sure I don't have to remind a lot of you listening, but as this is recorded for the February 2nd, 2019 program, and the shutdown has supposedly been resolved, we're already hearing not only does the temporary shutdown need help because of all the backlogs, we don't know if things will go down again this month, so that's number one. And number two, remember there are places all over that constantly need help. 365 days a year, even 24/7. So if you have the training and you're a social worker or someone and you can be on an online or phone chat to help veterans who can't get to regular mental health professionals because the VA is so short on people, because they don't get the funding, and even if they did, we don't have enough mental health professionals in this country, period, let alone for vets and let alone older vets. We have people from Nam and other wars who have gotten older, they may have more health issues, and they need someone to chat with. And if they can't find a local center, why not make sure the folks in your area know about the call-in option? And then maybe you're the social worker, the psychologist, or whomever who can be online, even if you only do it once a month for 1, 4, 5, 6 hour period, however long they let you do counseling over the phone. Okay? Whatever you can do, there are all sorts of places. Look in your phone books. Now we've got the internet. Ask people that you know, whether it's within the corporate offices, whether it's neighbors, whether it's your religious liaisons. Trust me, there's all sorts of places where you can find options for being a volunteer. I'm about to give you the information for reaching Partners in Health and Biz, and so listen to that for a few minutes, but stay tuned because I'm also going to bring you inspirational quotes from people who have volunteered and believe in volunteering. So stay tuned for that right after our messages. Let me do some quick reminders about Partners in Health and Biz. This is being broadcast via Blog Talk Radio, and you can download it and pass it around shortly. We'll let you know, of course. We'll also be posting this recording, and you'll find others that we have on Spreaker. That's not Speaker, it's Spreaker with an R in there. Spreaker.com. That goes to Facebook and Twitter as well. We put it on automatic send-outs. As for the show itself, tune in next week at 9 a.m. to Partners in Health and Biz. My partner, Gail Dixon, will bring her next wellness topic. And of course, don't forget to keep checking us out, Partners in Health and Biz, on Facebook, Twitter. Look for LinkedIn information. Of course, you can check out the website, partnersinhealth.biz. And if you have questions about advertising in 2019, possibly being a guest, we're always looking for ideas, even as we have people booked. We're always looking for other options. So you can contact me directly through this Gmail. It's wendyjm.pih, wendyjm.pih@gmail.com. So whether you're the person looking to be the guest, or you're an agency or a hospital, a doctor's clinic, and you have a real story idea, please put in the subject line what a quick topic is. You can find me on my own website, which is wmmedcom, medcomm, wmmedcom.com. You'll find my contact information there for email or for calling. We can look towards 2019's second quarter in health communications, print and online, business to business, business to consumer. You can get my advice and my training in a variety of areas for you and or your team. So I thank you for listening to Partners in Health and Biz once again, and this time with our topic on volunteerism and how to get started, how to get moving. I trust many of you will indeed get moving and get the word around. So I'm going to give you some final insights on the importance of volunteerism and what others have recognized. And so I've found some famous quotes designed to inspire folks who are already volunteering or thinking about it. For example, there's one from Albert Einstein, and I quote, "Only a life lived for others is worth living." End quote. It goes back even further with Aristotle. What is the essence of life? To serve others and to do good. That was a quote from Aristotle. Audrey Hepburn. Some people may not remember her, but she was an amazing actress in Breakfast and Tiffany's and some other things. And it's something about, as you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands. One for helping yourself, the other for helping others. And that's a lady who survived World War II originally with great difficulties. Muhammad Ali, the famous prize fighter, said, "Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth." And I mentioned earlier about finding the timeline and getting things fit in and knowing really what you can do and when to say no. A lady named Elizabeth Andrew said, "Volunteers do not necessarily have the time. They just have the heart." That's her quote. Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." And some people will recognize Sheryl Crow. She has said, "If compassion was the motivating factor behind all our decisions, would our world not be a completely different place?" End quote. And Whoopi Goldberg has said, "If every American donated 5 hours a week, it would equal the labor of 20 million full-time volunteers." And so I'll leave you with Whoopi Goldberg's quote, because 5 hours a week. Remember at the beginning, I said it didn't have to take forever. You didn't have to sign on for close to full-time work. You didn't have to keep bringing on more and more projects or taking on more assignments when your nonprofit group or the PTA or somebody else said, "Well, we could really use some extra help. We know it's been great that you've helped us with such and such, but could you add X, Y, and Z?" And a lot of people, especially as I mentioned at the beginning, seniors, will say, "Well, okay, I really have time," but you may not really have time. time. If you're retired and you want to go and have fun, you have a right to go and have fun and go back to networking with other people. Go back to school. So be very careful. Don't just blindly say you'll keep going and going and going to volunteer. Grab what you enjoy. Put in those 5 hours. If indeed you can put in more, that's wonderful, but do it because you want to. That's the key to helping not only others, but eventually helping yourself. Thanks again from Partners in Health and Biz. I am Wendy Meyeroff. Enjoy your week till you tune in again. Take care. Bye-bye.
The Starlight Lounge presents An Evening with the Progressive Box.
Old moon, yeah. That's Hugo, tickling the ivories. He just saved by bundling home and auto with Progressive. Gonna finally buy a ring for that gal of yours, Hugo? Send her my condolences. Hi-oh! This next one's for you two. There's a burglar in my heart. Thank you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.